A bitch, a bitch. In Ukraine, you call him a bitch.
Play this clip, Rob. Go for it.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
you're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should.
Look how he's leaning in.
Oh, he wants to hit that.
A lot of times.
No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Thoughts?
I have to be careful what I say about this because I returned to the Ukrainian border on the 23rd of March, but obviously, truthfully, I'm quite outraged. The fact that even at the beginning of the clip, he had his arms crossed, which is the terrible body language. You notice at the beginning, he has his arm crossed.
Yeah.
Very petulant. I don't know where he gets this confidence from. I'm not sure if he just bought into his own Kool-Aid. I would argue that he had assurances from the deep state that Trump would never win. I feel like if I had to analyze, he feels betrayed. I feel like he said, well, the Americans promised they're going to help me. Now they've changed their minds. They promised me. They put me in this position. That's why he's probably secretly angry at America, no matter how much we give him. But, I mean, that was obviously a PR disaster from him. I am truthfully more outraged by the instant European tour that they threw together for him. And they dragged the leaders of every single European country together to treat him like a hero and run him all over the place. That is another spit in the face of President Trump. I would like to think that Trump thinks the same as me, that if you add up the fact that Europe is now buddying up with people who disrespect him to his face, not allowing free speech, I mean, what do we even have in common anymore with our European allies, supposedly? The fact that Keir Starmer left the White House, flew home, and instantly met Zelenskyy is disgusting.
Pull up that clip, Rob.
And when he's talking about conscription, you guys know what they're doing there, right? Yep. There's videos, Andrew and Pat. I send them to Rob. They're literally pulling up in vans. Guys walking his dog, and they're grabbing him and throwing him in a van and bringing him into the front lines to die. Is that not dictatorship as a leader?
What's this video here?
Like, look at this guy's walking his dog. There's volume. They run up on this guy. They snatch his ass. They leave the dog. They throw him in there, and they literally put him in the front lines to die. This is what J.D. Vance was talking about. He's like, you're losing this war. And the soldiers, Andrew, don't want to fight. They're tired. They're done. They know they're going to freaking lose. So they grab the dude and they put him in the van and he's done. He's in the front lines and he dies. Period.
So we have to argue if Zelensky's trying to save himself, because I think one of the biggest mistakes he made there is I think only America could have kept him alive when this is all over. Mm-hmm. He's not going to be safe in Ukraine. I don't think you can let that many of your own people die without having a disgruntled member of the population or an opposing political force deal with you. Europe can't keep you safe from Russia. That's been proven many times. I think there was a guy in Germany who got assassinated by the FSB relatively recently. They put a bullet in his head, and then he did 3 years in German jail. He had a life sentence, did 3 years before Putin did him in a prisoner swap. I think that was 2021. So Europe can't save you. We know London can't because you get a plutonium sandwich. So only America could have kept him alive when this is all over. So pissing Trump off is an act of desperation and petulance, which he's going to truly regret in the end when this war ends, because I don't know how nice Trump is. I don't know if he's going to sit with Putin and say Zelensky's off limits, because Putin's going to say, is he a target? And if Trump says, I don't care, then he has problems all around the globe. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to hide from the Russians?
Did you hear President Trump and Kier, what he said about Kier? Have you seen the audio?
It was good, right?
Rob, can you pull up that clip? It's interesting. I'm trying to see if Trump